Hey there, welcome to my channel, Anand here. And in this video I'm very proud to show you my new pedal from Decibelics, the Golden Royale. This is a part for part recreation of the very famous or very expensive KLON Centaur. That pedal is like 4,000 to 5,000 euros dollars worth lately. I think it's overhyped because it started to be just like a normal overdrive pedal for 500 euros dollars, and now it's just not being made in that style, only the KLON KTR, but that's a different story. The owner of this pedal, the company GM from Decibelics in Spain, he has three of this thing, and I will link a video above here in which he demonstrates this pedal against his own, the best sounding KLON Centaur what he has, and I just could not hear any difference. And that's not the reason why I bought this pedal. I love the looks of it. Two, it's amazing, the craftsmanship, the details on this pedal, it's superb. Also the package, everything, the customer service of GM, amazing. So I insist, please check out this pedal if you are looking for a clean boost or a mid boost kind of pedal, like a tube screamer, but much more better sounding. I think everyone should have this pedal if you cannot afford the KLON Centaur. So why this thing is so good? Well, as I said, check out that video, that it sounds exactly the same like the original. That's not my point. I just needed something what adds something to my Cole amp. It's the non-master volume. That video will be also linked above here, with my Strat and my Les Paul. And the idea about the KLON Centaur just fits very good to what I want. A natural sounding mid boost for my extra gain and stuff for my leads. And actually the KLON Centaur has got only these three buttons, like the Golden Horse of Decibelics. And he decided to make the Royal version with two channels. And why would you need two channels? Simple, because this pedal is that good that one side you can use like a clean boost and the other side for a more boost. So 1 + 1, you will see it's even 3 in my case, because when you turn them both on, it's just singing. It's just amazing how that sounds. So when people are talking about that there is something magical about the KLON Centaur, you have to hear it, feel it, and play with it. And I now do get why they pay that much amount of money. I wouldn't, because this thing is one fraction, it's like 1/10 of the price of a KLON Centaur, and I'm not that stupid to pay that amount of money if this thing is doing exactly the same. And without even that, it just sounds so good. So without further ado, let's jump into it. There will be timestamps so you can skip to the parts like the intro music, my talking, you can skip to that, whatever, and then the specs. And after that I will play with my Gibson Les Paul and my Fender Strat just with this pedal without any effects. I might add some delay and reverb sometimes. And in the end you'll find song with my Gibson Les Paul, so that you can hear how this pedal makes the guitar sit in the mix, how good it sits and how the mid helps you to jump out. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel and press the like button or whatever. Make sure to check out GM's website and order this pedal. Thanks a lot. Let's jump into it. So on the website of GM Decibelics you can find all the details and even a complete guide of the KLON Centaur. So please read it, very interesting stuff. You can see all the nerdy stuff, that which capacitors, the new old stock stuff, the diodes and stuff has been used. Very hard to find parts, and he's still using that to make this pedal. And actually only the one part like this would be the KLON Centaur without the two switches. So you've got here the tone knob, gain and the volume. And if you want to have like a clean boost like I'm doing here, you could go completely to 0 with the gain and you would hear just a clean boost, especially when raising the volume. So if you don't want to alter your sound of the amp too much, you just use it like this. I just want this for my clean boost, just a little bit of overdrive boost from the pedal, so you will hear that it gives more mids. So that's why I have it on 9 o'clock. All the rest is just noon, because I don't want to alter the sound of my amp, so I leave it on noon. If I would like to have that chimey, glassy Fender Strat, I would turn the tone button even to 2 o'clock or something, but for me now this is perfect. Also the volume button here, noon, is set and go, forget, just play. The same for this side, just here I have the gain turned to noon, so this is my overdrive and this is the boost. The two switches, here you have like a bass switch, it's set to original, like the original KLON Centaur, both sides, except for the other side, it's got a clipping diode. And this clipping diode I have for the clean boost, I have turned to the other side, what the original KLON Centaur does not have. To my ears, it just adds a little bit more mids to the sound. I will demonstrate it also when starting to play. So this is on the other side, not original, this is mod. This side, on the overdrive channel, I've put both switches to the original side. Bass boost and the clipping diode, because that's how I like how it sounds. Nothing technical, just use your ear and set it and you will hear great magical stuff, I find it. So, and especially when stacking these two channels. So that's all. Make sure to check out the website from Decibelics. Guillaume is a great guy. Contact him with every question you have got. And even the details, it's got great details, like it's got a buffered bypass like the original. It's that good that I turned off the buffered bypass from my Patterson tuner, because one buffer was enough, so I'm using this. It has even the same charge pump that raises the internal voltage of 9 volt here, this to 18 volt for bigger headroom, so I don't have to do it with my power supply. Don't even do it with that kind of stuff, because this has its own internal charge pump, how it's written. So there are much more technical stuff, please read it, very nice stuff to hear. And all that doesn't matter, the most important stuff is the sound. So let's go and check it out. All right, the signal chain. My Strat 65 Strat, you will find a video of this vintage Strat linked above here too. That hits the Decibelics and straight from there into the tuner. This one has got the buffered bypass, and the Patterson tuner I put to true bypass, else two buffers it's not necessary. I just didn't like that sound that much, like only one buffer, so I'm using the Decibelics Golden Royale buffer. So from the tuner it goes to my Cole amp, amazing sounding amp. I will have this one also linked here, check it out. It's a non-master volume single channel amp. It's a clone of the 68 Marshall Plexi, in that style, a modern version of it. At least to my playing it sounds more modern than vintage, but I love this amp. Everything is set to 2 o'clock except for the bass, it's totally turned off. And my idea behind this amp setup, everything, is that my main thing is that I need a great clean channel, and for that I like the 4th position on the Strat, so that I can play this kind of stuff. It doesn't mean that the amp is put to clean, no, it's on 2 o'clock, and my volume button, that is rolled off till 6. So it's on 6 and it's clean. And when raising the volume, 8. You get the idea. Just sometimes I need to go instantly to my overdrive. So instead of fiddling around with my volume knob, especially going back, because to the overdrive I can go fast, but when I need to go back to clean immediately, it's a little bit more tricky to go from 8 to 6 or something. So in that case, I'll be using the Golden Royale. So this is my setup. The Cole amp, it goes into my Sir reactive load box, 8 ohms out, and then it feeds my fractal audio where it gets its speaker IR, the cabinet. It's a 4x12 greenback from Own Hammer, and in the fractal audio I also add some reverb and delays, which you have heard in the intro. This part will be totally clean. I might be tempted sometimes to turn on a little multi-delay. It's a delayed diffusion, delayed. So that's all, and that goes straight to my DAW. So nothing else, this is just the pure signal. And my philosophy is that this has to be there, and then when I turn on the clean boost, neck pickup, bridge, so it gives a nice crunch. I can get it also with my guitar with the volume to 8. It sounds a little bit different. This is the volume on 8. Back to 6. And now the boost. Volume on 8. So this clean boost has got a little bit more mids, and that I get also by raising this gain knob. So let's see it. Volume on 6. And now when I raise the gain, you will see that it gets more mid, and I leave it on 9 o'clock because there I like that amount of extra mids instead of a total clean boost. So this is what you hear now. The guitar totally on 10, and it's the amp's own boost. It sounds a bit deeper than guitar on cleanish and the Golden Royale. I hope you hear why it sounds so amp-like. It's just amazing, the sound. This is a little bit thinner in the highs. You hear that it adds more mid, so that's why I prefer to play with both the volume on the guitar and with the pedal. So that was on 10 and now on 6. No flubbiness while raising the gain that high. So this is more like an overdrive, what you add, and while keeping the gain, like say on minimum, 0, and raising the volume, now you'll have a different sound. So roll rolled off till 6. So when raising the volume button on the Golden Royale, this just hits my front end of my coal amp more, so it's natural overdrive. While playing with the gain button, this gives you more of the character of the pedal itself, the overdrive, and that's more mid-humpy, but a very natural, very great, awesome sounding mid boost. So that's why I like to keep the volume just on noon, and I rather add this to get a little bit more cleanish boost. So here it goes again, 6. Alright, the tone button. Like I said, I just like to keep it natural, but if you want to have more glassy kind of sound, so I raise it to like 2. Find it a little bit too, becoming more thinner or too much highs. Dark. Now let me show you this very nice bass boost actually. You won't hear it on low gain setting because it's just very difficult to hear. You need the overdrive to boost, and then you will hear what the switch is doing. So now let's raise the gain. You hear that bass boost? If you like it, it's totally fine, just use it. In my almost 40 years of guitar playing with bands, live recording, everything, I know that the sound engineer always does 100 Hertz cut, low cut, and so all the low ends of the guitar disappear. So why would I add extra boost what that guy will do anyhow, less in the front of house? And I like to hear, because I'm playing always in ear or through studio monitors on headphone, I like to hear what you guys are hearing. So if you hear a guitar sitting well in the mix without the low end, then I would like to hear that also, and I'm used to it. I know that this sounds great. And I don't need it's just I'm just getting in the way of the bass and all that kind of stuff. So I keep it to original setting. The clipping diet, let me show you that one. And now original. I hope you hear, I like this towards the mod, the diets, the clipping diet. It gives you a little bit more mids, and that I like only on the clean boost channel. On this one it's original. I don't like it because then it gets too much mid, because then when raising this you get already more mid, so I don't need that extra mid kind of sound. That's what I am hearing. So again, original. Maybe it sounds more like a little bit highs rolled off or mid kind of something. I don't know exactly what it's doing, but I like this setting better, so I don't need more technical stuff about it, that what not. I just keep it there. And so this is my clean boost, and this the same setting, just guitar on 6. So when I play clean, in most of the bands where I play clean, sometimes I need to instantly go to overdrive, so I would use this channel with my feet, of course, so I can do this. Instead of playing with my volume. I can go to overdrive, but to go back to that exact 6 on my guitar, that's difficult. So then I would rather turn on this. So 6 on the guitar. And so this is what I love. I can go instantly, or when I have more time, I just play with the volume on my guitar. This is what I love, and let me show you now how it sounds stacked. So, clean guitar 6s. You hear how this channel has got more of the overdrive boost. Actually, it's more mid kind of thing, and that's got a lot to do with this gain thing. There's a secret something in that thing, but I'll let it up to you to find out. It's very interesting. So, again. With some delays. Let's check out this very fast what my Les Paul is doing with the same settings. Alright, here we have my Les Paul. The volume from the bridge pickup is put on 5 and the neck is on 2.5. The tone buttons 0, 10, flat, open. And this is how it sounds. As you can hear, the amp is very dynamic, and depending on your touch, you get nice cleans or even nice crunch. And this is how it's on 10. Back to 5. Again, the same story. If I need to go instant from clean to overdrive, I'll use the Golden Royale, this channel. And if I have time more to fiddle around, I will do that, of course, with my volume knob. And both together, tons of options. I can turn on this and even raise my volume to get even more juice, or whatever you like to call it. So let's show you the sounds. So, yeah, just for a moment without the effects. So. I hope you can clearly hear the clean boost is more open, and this is a little bit more compressed, more mid, because the gain is raised more so that you get more the overdrive of the pedal itself instead of the more the mix with my amp here on the cleanest channel. But both together, that's just killer. Let me show you. Oh yeah, this is how the lick goes. I can't play it exactly, else you get copyright stuff, but something like this. Well, sorry for just noodling on, but this pedal just makes you want to play. I hope you have heard it's just tight as hell. Sorry. No excessive low end. It just keeps the guitar signal awesome. It just plays great. And let me just noodle a little bit more with this cleanish kind of sounds. Alright, thanks for bearing with me. Like I said, never have I heard a pedal like this. I know that there's something magical in this thing because it just makes me play. I love the sound, how it enhances my amp, my Cole amp. So it's a great combination. I'm sure it will do that to many amps, or maybe if not every amp. And if this does it, and it's exactly a part-for-part recreation of the original KLON Centaur, then I can imagine why people keep it that high and they say there's something magic about this thing. There is, but to pay 4,000 or 5,000 for it, that's up to you. If you want to have an original one, I'm very happy with this one, 1/10 of the price, and it's just killer. Thanks for watching again. Make sure after this follows still a nice song with this Les Paul and the pedal and my amp, everything. Thanks again. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.